Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. It is December 11th, so I've got my 11th chocolate and my 11th story to talk about today, and Smokey has been hanging around. She must have known it was showtime. Hey Smokey, showtime! So let's start with the chocolate advent calendar. Here we go. Number 11, what do we have here? Chocolate bell. As you've probably noticed, I don't eat these chocolates on camera, but I feel like maybe I should at least unwrap them so you guys can see what flavor they are. Oh, okay. It's another cookies and cream. So I got this same one yesterday. It's like a white chocolate with like Oreo cookie crumbs. They're really delicious, so I'm very pleased with that. This seems to be a new addition to the calendar. Yesterday was my first one of that flavor, so I'm actually really excited about that. Yummy. Not much else to say about that. I mean, I think my expectations were way too high for this calendar. I was hoping for truffles and stuff, which is clearly not going to happen for an advent calendar at a $25 price point. But know that for next time. My hopes have been dashed. I don't want to sound so dramatic. They're not dashed. It's still good chocolate. It's fair trade too. But now I know for next year. So that's that. Okay, moving on to the story. Today's story was called Skinks by Brent Van Stelduinen. I am definitely mispronouncing that, and I apologize. When I read the back of his bio, it listed like a bunch of Canadian magazines, so I'm just going to guess that he is Canadian, which is great because I haven't seen a lot of Canadian authors in this advent calendar so far, so I'm always happy to see that. Reading local is important, even if it's just from your own country. So this story was a bit of a melancholy literary tale, I would call it. It's told from the perspective of a young boy who's nicknamed Dilly. And because it's told from the perspective of a child, I mean, not a really young child, he's probably, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12. You're never, 100% sure that the information you're getting is entirely accurate. So you kind of have to infer a lot of things. But that's half the fun, I think. So basically it's a story of Dilly's stepdad who is in the hospital we're not sure why, but he seems to be kind of gravely injured, and he seems to be in a coma of some sort because he's not responsive. And it kind of comes out that perhaps Dilly's stepdad did something bad right before he got into the hospital that maybe landed him in there, because some police officers come by and strap him into the bed. So there's that hanging over the family. Dilly's trying to comfort his mother, but she's oscillating between happiness and being really upset and depressed. And it sounds like Dilly's life has been really not difficult, but kind of different, a little rougher than other children. His stepdad Jesse doesn't like it when Dilly wants to call him dad because he says, "I'm not your dad," which kind of made my heart break a little. But he does, do a lot of dad things like make him laugh and teach him how to shoot tin cans and that sort of thing. And his mother seems to have a difficult life herself. She comes home and smokes joints in front of her kid. So yeah, it's a different childhood for Dilly, but he seems to be coping really well. And the name of the story, Skinks, is referencing the little lizards that he's trying to catch and bring into Jesse's hospital room to show him, even though he's asleep and not responsive. So there's little kind of sparks of hope throughout the story because we're seeing everything through a child's eyes, which prevents the story from falling into this depressing hole. But it obviously is sad, and it kind of has a bit of a sad ending. And then there's this like random pastor who kind of jumps in and out of the story and basically seems like he's unwanted by everyone, but keeps kind of pushing his way through. So all in all, I'd say I really liked the story. Even though it was kind of sad, I thought it was really well written, and I was really invested in Dilly and finding out what's happening to him and his family. And there aren't a lot of answers at the end of the story. I mean, there rarely are in short stories, but I was satisfied when I finished reading it. So to me, that's a sign of a nice story. I'm not sure there's anything else to talk about here. Yeah, it's a sad story in a holiday advent calendar, but I think that's okay. It would be kind of boring if they were all really happy stories, which they obviously haven't been. We've dealt with a lot of serious subjects so far. Suicide, murder, well, family members dying. But of course, there's also been happy subjects like weddings and ex-boyfriends raining from the sky. So I'm just loving the wide variety of authors and types of writing that we're getting in this. So thank you again for joining me today. I will speak with you tomorrow on December 12th, and happy reading and happy chocolate eating until then. Bye!